Is this like a Down syndrome support group? Like, how retarded are you guys to spend your Saturday night?
Hey, I know you. Yeah. Bro, you're that nigga that has like 10 different accounts on 10 different islands with nobody in it, bro.
Let me ask Christian a question. Christian, do you need to discuss anything with me in private?
Yes.
No more.
And
Okay,
also, before you guys do that, as Lynn, if you want to keep Lynn as somebody, another lawyer to help, or maybe a witness or something.
We'll go with that. Yeah, witness.
We're keeping her as a witness, although we may not call her. Okay.
Is this a Down syndrome support group?
Christian, okay. If you want to open up a private room and ping me, I'll join you in. If you're ready to start in 10 minutes, I am.
Sounds good.
Okay, if you want to open up a private room, and guys, if we're a little late, we'll be here. We might be 5 minutes late, so don't start without us. Unless.
And then he will reward each person according to what they have done. This is what the prophecy was, that in the end of days, and this is also reflected in Revelation, in the book of Revelation.
But they're saying that quantum be cracking.
Then you can't be shorting quantum.
Yeah, but I can short smaller projects that don't necessarily are putting in the same efforts as other people.
But shorting's not easy, man. You gotta find the stock. If it's a real meme stock, it's a piece of shit, you won't have the shares available to sell short. And if you write a put option, if you buy a put option, you get a really high commission. It's extremely expensive to buy these high flyers.
So there's a lot. Basically, what you're saying is there's a lot.
Like if it's if it goes from 10 to 100,
Larry's going first, and your time starts now.
Everyone else is going to be
So
already
guys
pricing
ain't
that
shit,
for high
and they're not.
volatility.
Men are powerful. Men are
they
things
won't
to
pay
be,
you off,
to be
even if it
admired,
crashes
to
from
be looked
100
up to,
back down to
and to be
10.
subservient to.
You're
But
not gonna
guys,
get the full
guys
payoff
ain't
that
shit.
you
If you're a guy,
Yeah, these are some tricks. High volatility is factored into the price of the movie. But you can just look at the IV. You're going to learn to read the Greek community. It's high volatility.
I'm through. Wait for that.
I think that's the best way to play. You can just continue with your day job.
What'd you say?
You can just continue your day job and just pick stocks.
Good positions and hold, yeah.
Try and hold around whatever you do.
Alright, now, hold on. Juice, you're next. I'll let you know when your time starts.
I'm off after this crypto. That shit's a rug pull, I think.
Starting now.
They're all the people are rug pulled in crypto. They're all mentalities that are fucking. They're all religious in their mentality.
And that's what
That's what made feel it will crash for 5 years, 6 years.
Like I said,
At some point, you just gotta give it up on the thesis.
they be tripping like crazy, man.
I'm not saying.
To be honest with you, I just don't understand how.
Maybe they're right, or maybe Bitcoin will stay at 120K, 100K, 20, 100K, 120 for 10 years.
Feels so
You
bad.
fucking waste 10 years of your life chasing this shit. That's my prediction.
I don't think it's going to be around for another 10 years. I think Bitcoin is they're going to pull that. That's how America's going to get out of debt. But that's how the millionaires, that's how old money jumped on the back of this thing, because now they can control it. See, when it was new money, it was made sense. New money, you can't move the market and stuff like that. Now you see these large people taking these large Bitcoin. They're actually manipulating Bitcoin. And the moment they can manipulate and do anything, they're gonna squeeze the juice. That's business. Grab the fruit, squeeze the juice. What's the juice to squeeze? The fruit's right here. They're gonna squeeze Bitcoin for everything, and all the religious people are gonna be stuck in that shit.
I'm not, because I'm able to clearly
Turn them into liquidity.
all this they have to do is
Turn them into liquidity because they're investing in Bitcoin as a religion. That's a religion. Bitcoin is a religion. People are emotional over Bitcoin. You can't. Have you ever sat down and talked to a Bitcoiner? Yes, you have. Not based on logic. It's based on a feeling. I don't make financial decisions on my own. That's stupidity. That's real.
I could see it fall, but I see other things fall. You could quantum skills. Or we come up with a new type of technology. Up until now, new technology. Some sort of paradigm change.
Certainly, we're going to have, like I said,
People would plug out of Bitcoin into the quantum. I don't think it's
I thought you came in clutch with the last thing that you said. The last few seconds you said.
quantitative computing. I mean, whatever that thing is, that one medallion using, the medallion is that a quantum computer? Really, it's like, when they say that this thing is yeah, you can't beat them. But they're saying that you can create a bot that actually beats Bitcoin. But I see from the stock position, because it's been around a little bit longer, I think it's more sophisticated. I think Bitcoin system is not as sophisticated. I think they speak of it as sophisticated.
My style is social trend towards
Get your feet up.
that's what I do.
Raven, you are wherever they like. And John, you are against women being able to sell pictures of anything.
That was a thing.
Ever.
No, that's steady.
So
Have you
women
seen
should not be
Steady?
able to harness their imagery of themselves at all.
See him, let him.
And Raven, you think that pea pictures should be something you could just trade like money at McDonald's?
Yeah, he hit that. He hit the devil in the head.
Alright?
Yeah. You gotta be able to take
That's my topic, right? Yep.
advice from.
You're making against that, saying that no, women should not be able to sell pictures of anything in their body. Period.
Everyone's watching
Are you there, John?
Boy videos.
Let's get fiscal.
Watching
Lesson
this
2, credit card combat. Getting your finances together? Learn to master your money with Credit Karma today for a stronger tomorrow. Defend yourself with generic advice and one-size-fits-all recommendations. Credit Karma gathers offers from trusted partners, helping you quickly pay down the cards and loans that are right for you, so you can build those money
I was so
muscles.
caught up in
Harness the
crypto.
power of Credit Karma today. Follow your financial future
That's how
tomorrow.
much crypto traders are.
But I don't want to go.
Okay.
In that room,
Alright
load it,
then.
just
Back
what
to you,
will come
Joseph.
back, feedback. Stay.
Next one. So,
Topic 2.
new topic? In school,
But they push back for no reason. It's a sign to take you all the way.
be studying actual life skills, like, how to get away with murder, or how to not carjack trucks, or, whatever you guys are growing up under. But children be learning more of that and less like algebra and stuff they're never ever going to use.
Everyone wants to buy or sell high.
Joseph,
But then psychologically,
real world training. Actually, so Joseph, you'll be for
I think like eventually like the psychological aspect of trading, I think that is
or carjacking in high school. And Raven, you are against children learning any skills whatsoever. whatsoever.
The psychological
Then just the
aspect of
academics
reading,
only. No
I
home
think
ec, no
that is
nothing, no
key.
skills. That needs to
I
be taught in the
think
home.
that
You
a
are
lot of
absolutely
people
against
are
making
making moves
I should be
when they
against
don't
any kind of education.
understand or they
No,
feel
no, you're against
confused.
any kind of like drama
That's when
or
the
sports.
opportunity
You think it should be just academics. You are debating on behalf of academics, anti any of that other stuff. All that other stuff should be done outside of school.
I think my signals
Okay.
kind of low.
Got it? All right.
Not in a
And
good
so,
place.
Joseph, you're first.
So,
And let's go.
let's hear.
All right, let's be real. This shit
Yeah, I
is
just
so
realized I
serious.
caught myself being emotional over things, and like I've never been that type of individual. I've always been a person you don't make decisions off emotions. Then I noticed that I'm in a whole club of people making these decisions off of emotions, and then they're claiming somehow that their emotions are some strategical fact. Like, no, bro, you're just being emotional. I don't do that. I don't. I think of it like gambling. Like when you're gambling, once you become emotional in gambling, you're gonna lose your money. I don't go play baccarat with feelings. I just sit there and play. Double down till I win. Simple strategy.
Yeah, it's martingale. It's not because people you win once. Are you ready to walk away? No.
No.
Well, you're supposed to by the strategy.
Nah. But I'm also plus in Vegas. I'm also of all the gambling I've ever did, and I only play baccarat. I'm a winner. I've been beating you in Vegas' ass a lot lately. A lot. By the way.
Where are you going?
MGM High Roller.
MGM.
Yo. Anyways, Evital, have a good night. I was gonna read something from the Zohar.
Go for it.
Oh, you want to hear something from the Zohar? I can't really find it. Oh, I think I put it in the other room. Anyways, yeah, Zohar has nice stories in it. You know, a lot of them are like riddles or eureka type things. They're like enlightenment statements, and you know, a lot of Jewish folklore in it, and they're nice stories. They're stories you would tell to children, but
Something like Aesop's Fables or something like that, John?
pretty much. But they're just stories that you tell to children, and the funny thing is, Jews say you can't study it until you're a certain age, but that's like, you know, tempting somebody to read a book. And so it's like, if somebody says that to you, they're just like fucking with you, you know?
Hey, mod me back up. It's my own room. But yeah, I'm at the MGM, man. So.
Are you there now?
No, I'm not there now. I'll go back. I finally got a group of people that I play with. I'll be back there at the end of this month.
And the only one on the stage that doesn't have the green bean. Just
No, you can have one too. Just make you happy.
I really like the buffet at MGM. I thought that was top notch.
I don't do none of that. I just go and play and leave. I don't even stay in their hotels.
Oh, I stayed at MGM a couple times, and the spa, the pool, it's just like...
I can't believe you don't stay out there.
No, I know. I don't stay on site. I just get an Airbnb.
Oh, yeah, you stay somewhere off strip?
Yeah, I don't want them to do anything that causes me to be emotional.
I've never been to Las Vegas, but I've been to like an MGM in Baltimore, and that was pretty nice.
I don't take none of their
National Harbor, right?
Eftol, I don't drink their
Yeah,
alcohol.
National
I don't take
Harbor.
none of
National Harbor is nice.
Yeah, I don't I don't take none of their comps. I don't do anything.
I almost wonder.
If you go outside of there, like there's even like just wonderful like places to walk around and experience life. It's cool.
They keep the gambling separate from the rest of the resort, which is nice.
Yeah, I didn't gamble at all, but I just
Yeah,
don't
MGM is good
tend
for
to gamble. It's not my place. Like I don't make a lot of hard bets. I'm an analyst, and I know that the house always wins.
The poker room is good there.
It's called statistics. They don't lie. The law of large numbers.
I want to get into that poker room. And a lot of the dudes that I play baccarat with, they play poker.
How the hell do you play baccarat? I don't understand why you think you got some kind of edge in baccarat.
I never said that I said that.
Poker, I could see, you know.
You said that.
Well, I don't know.
Look,
I mean,
here, John, think, at least you're getting close to a coin flip in baccarat. It's the closest you can get in a casino. As close as
it's just for me. It's just
it's a pure coin flip. So with a small commission is the way to look at it.
Yeah.
If you're not a poker player, it's not available to you. If you play bad poker, you're definitely not going to be getting a coin flip anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You got to get lucky to win.
Yeah, I don't know how to play poker. I don't know all those little things.
For big perm, it's better to keep flipping and just make a hit. You know.
Yeah.
What do you in a casino? What do you think the breakdown is of the rake versus, odds profits? Like, how does the casino?
Yeah, I know it for every game. The Wizard of Odds is a really good guy who's listed it out there for a long time. But here's so look at roulette, okay, John? It seems to the eye it's fair, red or black, 50-50. They pay you even money for either bet.
But green.
Look at the wheel, and there's not just one green.
Two greens, yeah.
Like in Europe, there's two fucking greens where they're sticking it in your ass. So it's 2 out of 35 chance, or the rake there is roughly 7-8%. It's pretty high. And the slot machines, Nevada forces them to only have a maximum rake, and they do test their machines and various other. They check the actual payout of the income and payout of the machines. So, but that is, it'll be no less than 5 to 8%.
Yeah.
Because they give them a lot of leeway. The bigger machine denominations, like dollar slots, or less, 2 or 3% commission. But then it moves you over to the worst. All of these other games, 3-card poker, Keno, some of them are outrageous. Like the wheel, where you spin a wheel around and try to hit the 20 to 1. Those are negative. I try to tell people to go to their calculator, put 100 in, and then multiply it by 0.9, and just 10% commission, basically just to flip a coin, and just keep hitting enter, and you see where your money goes very quickly. It just goes down the drain.
Yeah. I got this friend, Scott.
It's impossible to beat.
I got this friend named Scott Richter who has a successful YouTube channel and owns a big strip club in Denver, and it's called The Big Jackpot, and he just films himself doing slot machines. And I don't know. So my question so he also owns a large ad network. Let me show you this guy's videos.
I have to spend on average $100,000.
Slot machines are the biggest fucking stupid thing to play. That is so stupid to play, bro.
Yeah, it's like playing a video game on your cell phone for money. It's stupid.
Well, it would be okay if it was positive or even, if it wasn't for the commission.
Well, my question is, I wonder, he's obviously losing money on average creating all these videos, but is he essentially doing tax evasion by, expensing everything plus more, you know, for the production of all the videos. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to
He would
creating,
have to be making more on the income. Which, if he's making more on the YouTube income than he's losing, it'll work out great. Let's say he's making a side job also.
yeah,
Well, it would have to be a professional gambler. If he had a side hustle as a professional gambler where he's making money, then he comes and dumps it out here. Or if he's making black money and then he goes and runs it off in slots, maybe acts like a big loser when he's not. There's some ways you could. It would be very difficult to get away with, though.
Yeah, because I've met a dude
I know
that
how much you actually lose.
I met a dude in Vegas, and he said he's been plus on Nevada for 20 straight years.
They all say, what was his game?
I didn't even. I met him at sports betting. But he had different games he played in Vegas. He didn't say he played one thing. I just met him.
You can't play all that shit. If you're sports betting and you're an actual excellent sharp, then maybe. But that's hard to do. You got to be better than the bookie in the tower. It's not easy to do. And again, they're getting you the commission every time.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just like, he caught me playing Baccarat. He was like, basically the same thing. Like, you kind of like the coin flip. I was like, I guess. I'm like, brother, it's the first game I ever played. Like, I don't really know nothing about this shit. Like, I'm just here wasting time. And then he goes, yeah, I just come play Baccarat to lose my money. He was like, but all this shit is rigged. And he started breaking it down to me like, you ever heard of the slot window? Like, there's a window where they let the people win. Have you ever heard about that?
I don't believe that.
He was telling me about the slot window.
They're all independently acting. They get audited. All the machines get audited. There's some magic. It is all. It's you know, people say there's a fucking magnet in the craps table. I've heard it all, but they don't need any of that. The games are already designed to make them steady money every, you know, in and out. If they lose money on the craps table one night, they'll make it back over the next few nights. That shit only happens very rarely.
The slot machines, oh my goodness, I wish I could own a room full of slot machines so bad. Well, that is free money, bro.
Yeah, that's why those
and the drinks are free. You know how many people I see?
They don't let other people get in on that.
Yeah. You know how many people I met that were claiming to Vegas with $150,000 and left sleeping inside a casino?
Yeah.
That shit is sad. That's a disease.
You know, I stay in Vegas 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Yeah.
I don't play a single game.
Well, you just shop and eat food?
No, I play poker, but I don't play any of these games. I go through the whole pit to get to the noodle bar, get a nice dim sums and noodle, and take it right back to the room. Eat that, relax around, go to the tournament, or go play cash games and poker with really bad players. They just hand you their money all day long.
Over emotional poker players?
Just bad, low stakes. I go to the lower stakes and sit there and just have free coffee. I get free coffee, free juice, free water.
F-Dog's over there picking off the week.
Yo, the Aria, I know where all the different juice in every hotel. I go to Aria because it has carrot juice, freshly made every day. Carrot, watermelon, and tomato juice, all freshly made in the kitchen. And they just you tip them $2 or $3.
Yeah, keep them coming. Cranberries, keep them coming.
I drink that shit, and then I go here and there. It's great. I love it. I lose so much weight every time from just I walk 10 or 11 miles a day when I'm in Vegas.
Have they ever tried the force to drinks on you?
Nowadays they don't do that shit.
No, they did it to me at MGM.
It's hard to get free. Yeah, well, once you're playing big money.
Yeah, I was playing. I normally my number is.
Yeah, I haven't seen a free drink. These fuckers take your 7-star. The richest guys at the Harrah's, they still take their 7-star card. They have to show them their stupid card, and then it's free. But
I'm betting my sweet number is 5,000 a hand. That's my sweet spot.
Get the fuck out of here, dude. Why are you lying to us?
I'm not lying. Why would I lie to you?
So, what are you playing with? 100,000 or 20,000 or something? You got to start with 4 chips.
No, last time I went, I came like 78 strong.
78 78K or 78 hundo?
78K. Plus, like I said, I've been playing for a little bit. I'm blessed on there. I didn't start off with that much. I started off playing first time with the, because high roller is only $1,000 a hand. That's the.
If you got 78, I understand why 5 is a good bet. That's large.
I just stick at 5.
I go to Vegas with 78 as in 78 hundo, and I grind it out.
Well, you know what it was? That's where I started. I started playing baccarat with $40 and ran that all the way to high rollers with a friend of mine. And then I ended up meeting some, a lot of your people play baccarat. I'm a lovable character, so think about that. Here I am amongst all these dudes who have all this money, and I just have these little stack of chips, but my personality has won everybody over. And I'm winning. And this Asian lady looks at me and says, "You're only playing this much a hand. Do the math. How much money would you have
Don't
made?"
you have baccarat where you live, though?
Huh? Do we have baccarat where I live at? Yes. I don't like how they play it, though.
What do you mean?
They don't play it the same as Vegas. I don't like card rooms. I went to the card room in SAC. They destroyed me. I got up out of there. Like, all these extra options. Like, I don't need all that. I just want to play straight up player, banker, the panda. Like, I'm not doing all that extra stuff. They don't play it the same. So I went. That's one place where I lost a lot of money. That's when I learned about emotions and gambling.
Where, a Hustler?
No, what's that card place called? I went with a friend. Hold on. I gotta text him to get the name of it. What it was, a Hustler.
The bicycle.
It was like some cheap ass little place. It was like fucking trailers.
Yeah, but you could go. I thought those other places had it, but they may not have baccarat. I don't know.
So you don't like the way they play it because he can't tear the cards up and chuck it at him?
I love that, actually. That is... Sweating the cards is something spectacular. They only allow you to do it for 100 up, so that's...
Capital.
Never.
I think it was Capital. Capital.
I'll be honest with you though, John, when I got like 900 and the tournament entry 1600 and I don't want to go to the ATM, I will try to grind out baccarat. You know what I mean? So I don't have to do the walk of shame over to the cash counter.
I had a friend who's an Indian doctor here in Chicago. His name's Dr. Baldev Patel, and man, he loved baccarat, and I watched him dump like 20,000.
This is fucked up.
Yeah, and just like literally, we must have sat there for 10 minutes before he dumped everything, and I was just like, dude. And I've seen him go to the casino and just lose everything straight, and then just yank out as much as he can from that stupid ATM. It's just like watching a drug addict who can't stop shooting up, and I'm just like, damn, I feel bad for you, bro. I don't ever want to go to a casino with you again, because like it's devastating watching you like psychologically.
You know what? I had a friend like that. He's owned a nail salon. And so he ran 7,000 up to 48, 58-ish, okay? Right in front of us within about 10 minutes. Now, we're there playing a poker tournament. He's there just for the baccarat. He drives an hour just to come there to play baccarat. He runs it up, and he's a 7-star, so that means he's getting all the perks like what Big Perm is getting now. And they give you a few $100, free room, free this and that. You have to come pick it up to entice you in. Comes in with the 7,000, runs it up to 55. His friend's like, please just give me half of it, and I'll hold it for you. His best friend. He gives him 5K chips. So this guy comes back into the tournament room with 25K in chips in his 5K chips. Okay, we're high-fiving like, man, our friend did it, you know? Let's go play this tournament. It's a $400 tournament. Let's go play this fucking tournament. We're playing. Within about 20 minutes, here comes his friend back into the tournament room to come and get the chips. And my friend is shaking his head. No, please, no. You said no. And he hands it over. Then he went to Chicago about a year later. Took 10,000, ran it up to 180, and was up and down 180, 140, 180 for like 4 or 5 days on a big run. Then
I'm leaving.
Then dumped it all.
I can't even sit there that long. Like, I'll sit there for 2 hours and just go walk away. I'll be leaving my shit, just walk away, and I'll just come back later and keep playing.
Yeah,
I'm not sitting there for 8
they're
hours.
always waiting for you. The problem is they're always waiting for you anytime you want to come back. That's
Yeah.
If it's not you, it's someone else to them.
Yep. That's what I learned. Don't be sitting here for no fucking 6. Some of the dude I see.
No, but why sit in there for the first 5 minutes? Like, you learned it's good to walk. That's a great step. You learned you can't sit there long, so why sit there at all?
I don't know, because I like it. I play the game more from the camaraderie.
Like, you could flip coins with somebody.
Have a better rate.
But yeah, there's zero commission. Just flip a coin.
Tell you that. Well, this is the same thing I hear over and over again as I talk to you.
So why don't you?
It's not entertaining. I don't play flip game. I like it when I've got 100% and they're shoving their money at me. Several times a day in a tournament. They've got no chance. They're just putting their money in, or they're bluffing me and I'm calling, or I'm bluffing them.
So that's how I made rich friends. This is how I made rich friends, playing baccarat. There's no other way for me to know rich friends.
One time I had a PayPal account that I couldn't get the money out of because it like wasn't in my name.
I have one of those right now.
And those fuckers took, I don't know how much, like 10,000 or whatever it was. And what I did is I put it into an online casino. And the most amazing thing is I was like playing roulette or craps on this stupid online casino, and I won like $800. And when I went to like withdraw it all, like they kept all my money. It was brutal. Either PayPal kept it or the casino kept it. I can't remember anymore, but that was a brutal loss.
Well, that's the thing. Everybody's going to Russia are getting those licenses, those online internet licenses. They're only $20,000. That's it. It's only $20,000, and I'll give you a license.
The worst part is that money that I had in that PayPal account was like legitimate, and I was just like buying and selling tickets, and I made a profit. But for whatever reason, I put it in like a fake name, and I couldn't verify it afterwards.
Do you still do the ticket scalping, or is that?
I don't do any of that stuff anymore. It's so time consuming. Yeah. That's a gamble, but we had macros in a computer lab with like 30 computers just running macros, and we really were buying the best tickets for every major sporting and concert event across the country. And by the time I graduated high school, I made like $60,000 doing that.
Shout out to you. I don't want to say how I made my first $60,000. It's all in the wrist.
You're a male prostitute?
No, I'm an urban chef. I used to be an urban chef.
An urban chef?
Yes.
Oh.
Nico. Magic turned 9 to 12.
Well, whenever I go to the casino and I see these poor depressed bastards playing slot machines as if they don't realize it's a fucking video game and they're paying to play a really shitty video game, I'm always just like, I come back to Clubhouse and I'm like, it's so much more interesting to play this game or to create content here. It doesn't cost you anything and you improve yourself in the process. So I like Clubhouse, for that regards, but since I'm running for Congress, that adds like another layer on top of the game for using this stupid app.
Do you think you're gonna win?
I would give myself like a 10% chance of winning.
Okay, you're realistic.
Nice.
Yeah, because he's got $10 million.
Hey, John, are you going to get on the debate stage?
I'm gonna request a debate and hope they have a debate, but there's a chance that Darren LaHood won't.
Don't even have one.
Yeah, he won't have a debate because.
Conservative?
Yeah, I'm running as a Republican against the Republican.
Attaboy.
I keep calling him a fraud, a liar, and a scammer.
Who's the scammer? Who? Tell me.
I say he's a COVID-19 vaccine fraud. He's a big pharma skimmer. He's a borrowing, spending, and taxing scammer. I mean, I'm just like lobbying everything I can, and I feel like I could go further at certain points.
I demand to know who you're talking about.
His name's Darren LaHood.
LaHood.
I call him the Hood Rat, the super debt creator. 10 years in Congress. He has spent 70 trillion plus, and we've only taken in 5 trillion. So, I mean, he has created.
Listen, for all you who fooled around on here for Clubhouse, I don't think I've ever heard you say the N-word or anything really that bad that could get you in trouble, even politically, John.
No, I agree. I've
You've been very controlled in your delivery throughout your Clubhouse career.
Other people would completely disagree with that and say that I'm a
They
raving
do,
maniac.
but then if you objectively, I was thinking if you ever said the N-word, and then I'm thinking back.
So I had
Everybody says it when no one's around.
Yeah, everyone does, but
everyone says
No, I've said it once on this app. This really angry.
John, okay, don't admit that. Just take the replay.
No, this was in the very, very beginning, in the peak of the pandemic. I'm not, because I just he kept asking me over and over and over again just to say the N-word. And so I finally obliged him, and it was like, it's like a comedy routine. It's so childish and so stupid. So it's just, the thing is, I had a room once called the N-word room, and it's a show called the N-word where it's like people will demand that you say the N-word, and I'm like, I am saying the N-word. So it just becomes like a word game, a comedy routine in a way. But people on here who have N-word, there are people on this app that have N-word Tourette's, where every single sentence they end it with the N-word.
Really ridiculous.
To me, that's like a form of brain damage.
Down with the hood. The hood must go.
Yeah, we're gonna defeat him, cast him out, crush his debt can that he keeps kicking, and.
Yo, Big, why don't you go over to the Hustler Casino and just play Baccarat there? It's the same game.
I've been going. Where in Vegas?
Oh, I thought you were living in L.A.
No, I'm up north. I play at Capitol.
Okay.
When I do play local, I play in Sacramento. I was trying to tell you.
Got it.
I play at Capitol. They give you free.
This looks like a bar of metal, but guess what it's about to become?
A
mosaic set grill. Okay, that's actually a grill.
To learn how to get good at poker, that's the best thing. It's just a little bit
if you
expensive
want
education.
a grill,
You'll be better.
you know where it's at. That's the mosaic setting. That's crazy.
Just play low stakes. Within the problem, they're bad players. You won't
This
get
looks like a bar
type
of
action.
metal,
You
but
want
guess
the
what it's
bookies
about?
and the money men and.
3 ounces of silver? Ounce of silver? Ounce of silver.
There's ways to
Ounce of silver.
randomize that. You have a watch with a second
Ounce of
hand on
silver?
it.
Ounce of silver, ladies?
No.
Ounce of silver, girls?
I have a digital watch only. It's like a G-Shock.
Does it have the seconds?
Yes.
Yeah, it reads out the seconds.
Yeah. It's a G-Shock, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's all you need. If you look down and it's 0 to 20, then you bluff. If it's anything else, you're trying to tighten your bluffing down. You want to be bluffing 20% of the time, 30% of the time, I guess in this case, 1/3 of the time. You look down, and if it's not in that first 20 seconds window, you don't bluff. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's called randomization. This is the way you'll alter your behaviors. If you're over bluffing, you'll just cut your bluffs down by doing this type of maneuver.
If our
or in the big
intellectual
spots,
bodies common,
50-50.
the reason also in respect
I like
to
the
which
second
we're
hand
rational beings is common.
on a watch, but this
If
will
this
work
is
good
so,
on a G-Shock.
common also is the reason which commands us what to do and what not to do.
Keep the G-Shock
If this is so, there is a common law also. If this is so, we are fellow citizens. If this is so, we are members of some political community. If this is so, the world is in a manner a state. For of what other common political community will anyone say that the whole human race are members? From thence, from this common political community comes also our very intellectual faculty and reasoning faculty, and our capacity for law. Or whence do they come? For as my earthly part is a portion given to me from certain earth, and that which is watery from another element, and that which is hot and fiery from some peculiar source. For nothing comes out of that which is nothing, as nothing also returns to non-existence. And so also the intellectual part comes from some source. Death is such as generation is, a mystery of nature, a composition out of the same elements, and a decomposition into the same, and altogether not a thing of which any man should be ashamed. For it is not contrary to the nature of a reasonable animal, and not contrary to the reason of our constitution. It is natural that these things should be done by such persons. It is a matter of necessity, and if a man will not have it so, he will not allow the fig tree to have juice. But by all means bear this in mind, that within a very short time both thou and he will be dead, and soon not even your names will be left behind. Take away thy opinion, and then there is taken away the complaint. I have been harmed. Take away the complaint. I have been harmed. And the harm is taken away. That which does not make a man worse than he was, also does not make his life worse, nor does it harm him either from without or from within. The nature of that which is universally useful has been compelled to do this. Consider that everything which happens justly, and if thou observest carefully, thou wilt find it to be so. Do not say only with respect to the continuity, the series of things, but with respect to what is just, and as if it were done by one who assigns to each thing its value. Observe then as thou hast begun, and whatever thou doest, do it in conjunction with this, the being good, and in the sense of which a man is properly understood to be good. Keep to this in every action. Do not have such an opinion of things as he has who does thee wrong, such as he wishes thee to have, but look at them as they are in truth. Man should always have these two rules in readiness. The one, to do only whatever the reason of the ruling and legislating faculty may suggest for the use of men. The other, to change thy opinion, if there is any one at hand who sets thee right and moves thee from any opinion. But this change of opinion must proceed only from a certain persuasion, as of what is just, or of common advantage and the like, not because it appears pleasant or brings reputation. Hast thou reason? I have. Why then dost not thou use it? For if this does its own work, what else dost thou wish? Thou hast existed as a part. Thou shalt disappear in that which produced thee, but rather thou shalt be received back into its seminal principle by transmutation. Many grains of frankincense on the same altar. One falls before, another falls after, but it makes no difference. Within 10 days, thou wilt seem a god to those to whom thou art now a beast and an ape. if that will return to thy principles in the worship of reason. Do not act as if thou wert going to live 10,000 years. Death hangs over thee. While thou livest, while it is in thy power, be good. How much trouble he avoids who does not look to see what his neighbor says or does of things, but only to what he does himself, and it may be just and pure. For as Agathon says, look not round at the depraved morals of others, but run straight along the line without deviating from it. He who has a vehement desire for posthumous fame does not consider that every one of those who remember him will himself also die very soon. Then again also they who have succeeded them, till the whole remembrance shall have been extinguished, as it is transmitted through men who foolishly admire, perish. But suppose that those who will remember are even immortal, that the remembrance will be immortal. But then is this to thee? And I say not what it is to the dead, but what is it to the living? What is praise except indeed so far as it has a certain utility? For thou now rejectest unseasonably the gift of nature, clinging to something else. Everything which is in any way beautiful is beautiful in itself, terminates in itself, not having praise as part of itself. Neither worse than nor better is a thing made by being praised. I affirm this also of the things which are called beautiful by the vulgar, for example, material things and works of art. That which is really beautiful has no need of anything. Not more than law, not more than truth, not more than benevolence or modesty. Which of these things is beautiful because it is praised, or spoiled by being blamed? Is such a thing as an emerald made worse than it was, if it is not praised? Gold, ivory, purple, or lear, a little knife, a flower, a shrub? If souls continue to exist, how does the air contain them from eternity? But how does the earth contain the bodies of those who have been buried from times so remote? For as here the mutation of these bodies after a certain continuance, whatever it may be in the dissolution, make room for other dead bodies, so the souls which are removed into the air after subsisting for some time are transmuted and diffused and assume fiery nature, but being received into the seminal intelligence of the universe, and in this way make room for the fresh souls which come to dwell there. And this is the answer which a man might give on the hypothesis of souls continuing to exist. But we must not only think of the number of bodies which are thus buried, but also of the number of animals which are daily eaten by us and the other animals. For what a number is consumed, and thus in a manner buried in the bodies of those who feed on them. Nevertheless, this earth receives them by reason of the changes of these bodies into blood, and the transformations into the aerial or the fiery element. What is the investigation into the truth in this matter? The division into that which is material and that which is the cause of form, the formal. Do not be whirled about, but in every movement have respect to justice. And on the occasion of every impression maintain the faculty of comprehension or understanding. Everything harmonizes with me, which is harmonious to thee, O universe. Nothing for me is too early, nor too late, which is in due time for thee. Everything is fruit to me. Justice. Do not be whirled about, but in every movement have respect to justice. And on the occasion of every impression maintain the faculty of comprehension or understanding. Everything harmonizes with me, which is harmonious to thee, O universe. Nothing for me is too early, nor too late, which is in due time for thee. Everything is fruit to me, which thy seasons bring. O nature, from thee are all things. In thee are all things. To thee all things return. Poet says, dear city of Cecrops, and wilt not thou say, dear city of Zeus? Occupy thyself with few things, says the philosopher, if thou wouldst be tranquil. But consider if it would not be better to say, do what is necessary, and whatever the reason of the animal which is naturally social requires, and as it requires, for this brings not only the tranquility which comes from doing well, but also that which comes from doing few things. For the greatest part of what we say and do being unnecessary, if a man takes this away, he will have more leisure and less uneasiness. Accordingly, on every occasion a man should ask himself, is this one of the unnecessary things? Now a man should take away not only unnecessary acts, but also unnecessary thoughts. For thus, superfluous acts will not follow after.
Welcome to the stage, St. Luke. Happy 9/11. We're reading Marcus Aurelius.
Try how the life of the good man suits thee, the life of him who is satisfied with his portion out of the whole, satisfied with his own just acts and benevolent disposition. Hast thou seen those things? Look also at these. Do not disturb thyself. Make thyself all simplicity. Does anyone do wrong? It is to himself that he does the wrong. Has anything happened to thee? Well, out of the universe from the beginning, everything which happens has been apportioned and spun out to thee. In a word, thy life is short. Thou must turn to profit the present by the aid of reason and justice. Be sober in thy relaxation. Either it is a well-arranged universe or a chaos huddled together, but still a universe. Can a certain order subsist in thee, and disorder in the all? And this too when all things are so separated and diffused, sympathetic. A black character, a womanish character, a stubborn character, bestial, childish, animal, stupid, counterfeit, scurrilous, fraudulent, tyrannical. If he is a stranger to the universe who does not know what is in it, no less is he a stranger who does not know what is going on in it. He is a runaway, flies from social reason. He is blind who shuts the eyes of the understanding. He is poor, who has need of another and has not from himself all things which are useful for life. He is an abscess on the universe who withdraws and separates himself from the reason of a common nature through being displeased with the things which happen. For the same nature produces this and has produced thee too. He is a piece rent asunder from the state, who tears his own soul from that of reasonable animals, which is one. The one is a philosopher without a tunic, and the other without a book. Here is another half naked. Bread I have not, he says, and I abide by reason. And I do not get the means of living out of my learning, and I abide by my reason. Love the art, poor as it may be, which thou hast learned. Be content with it, and pass through the rest of life like one who is entrusted to the gods with his whole soul, all that he has, making thyself neither the tyrant nor the slave of any man. Consider, for example, the times of Vespasian. That would see all these things. People marrying, bringing up children, sick, dying, warring, feasting, trafficking, cultivating the ground, flattering, obstinately, arrogant, suspecting, plotting, wishing for some to die, grumbling about the present, loving, heaping up treasure, desiring consulship, kingly power. Well then, the life of these people no longer exists at all. Again, removed to the times of Trajan. Again, all is the same. The life, too, is gone. In like manner, view also the other epochs of time and of whole nations, and see how many after great effort soon fell and resolved into the elements. But chiefly thou shouldst think of those whom thou hast thyself known distracting themselves about idle things, neglecting to do what was in accordance with their proper constitution, and to hold firmly to this and to be content with it. And herein it is necessary to remember that the attention given to everything has its proper value and proportion. For thus thou wilt not be dissatisfied, if thou appliest thyself to smaller matters no further than is fit. If our intellectual part is common, the reason also in respect of which we are rational beings is common. If this is so, common also is the reason which commands us what to do and what not to do. If this is so, there is a common law also. If this is so, we are fellow citizens. If this is so, we are members of some political community. If this is so, the world is in a manner a state. For of what other common political community will anyone say that the whole human race are members? From thence, from this common political community comes also our very intellectual faculty and reasoning faculty and our capacity for law. Or whence do they come? For as my earthly part is a portion given to me from certain earth, and that which is watery from another element, and that which is hot and fiery from some peculiar source, for nothing comes out of that which is nothing, as nothing also returns to non-existence. And so also the intellectual part comes from some source. Death is such as generation is, a mystery of nature, a composition out of the same elements, and a decomposition into the same, and altogether not a thing of which any man should be ashamed. For it is not contrary to the nature of a reasonable animal, and not contrary to the reason of our constitution. It is natural that these things should be done by such persons. It is a matter of necessity, and if a man will not have it so, he will not allow the fig tree to have juice. But by all means bear this in mind, that within a very short time both thou and he will be dead, and soon not even your names will be left behind. Take away thy opinion, and then there is taken away the complaint. I have been harmed. Take away the complaint. I have been harmed. And the harm is taken away. That which does not make a man worse than he was, also does not make his life worse, nor does it harm him either from without or from within. The nature of that which is universally useful has been compelled to do this. Consider that everything which happens justly, and if thou observest carefully, thou wilt find it to be so. Do not say only with respect to the continuity, the series of things, but with respect to what is just, and as if it were done by one who assigns to each thing its value. Observe then as thou hast begun, and whatever thou doest, do it in conjunction with this, the being good, and in the sense of which a man is properly understood to be good. Keep to this in every action. Do not have such an opinion of things as he has who does thee wrong, such as he wishes thee to have, but look at them as they are in truth. Man should always have these two rules in readiness. The one, to do only whatever the reason of the ruling and legislating faculty may suggest for the use of men. The other, to change thy opinion, if there is any one at hand who sets thee right and moves thee from any opinion. But this change of opinion must proceed only from a certain persuasion, as of what is just, or of common advantage and the like, not because it appears pleasant or brings reputation. Hast thou reason? I have. Why then dost not thou use it? For if this does its own work, what else dost thou wish? Thou hast existed as a part. Thou shalt disappear in that which produced thee, but rather thou shalt be received back into its seminal principle by transmutation. Many grains of frankincense on the same altar. One falls before, another falls after, but it makes no difference. Within 10 days, thou wilt seem a god to those to whom thou art now a beast and an ape. If thou wilt return to thy principles and the worship of reason, do not act as if thou wert going to live 10,000 years. Death hangs over thee. While thou livest, while it is in thy power, be good. How much trouble he avoids who does not look to see what his neighbor says or does or thinks, but only to what he does himself, and it may be just and pure. Or as Agathon says, look not round at the depraved morals of others, but run straight along the line without deviating from it. He who has a vehement desire for posthumous fame does not consider that every one of those who remember him will himself also die very soon. Then again also they who have succeeded them, till the whole remembrance shall have been extinguished, as it is transmitted through men who foolishly admire, perish. But suppose that those who will remember are even immortal, that the remembrance will be immortal. But then is this to thee? And I say not what it is to the dead, but what is it to the living? What is praise except indeed so far as it has a certain utility? For thou now rejectest unseasonably the gift of nature, clinging to something else. Everything which is in any way beautiful is beautiful in itself, terminates in itself, of having praise as part of itself. Neither worse than nor better is a thing made by being praised. I affirm this also of the things which are called beautiful by the vulgar, for example, material things and works of art. That which is really beautiful has no need of anything. Not more than law, not more than truth, not more than benevolence or modesty.